Hey guys, Joe here. So today is Friday the 30th. Believe it or not, this is the, I believe, second Friday update that I should actually upload in a row. So for the Friday, it's like I usually like to do a weekly recap and, kind of discuss, kind of like what happened and stuff like that. And I probably really should write shit down throughout the week and talk about it. Maybe I'll do that next week. So anyway, a few things that happened. Number one is, so we did make quite a bit of progress within the warehouse as far as been spending more time, not even just at the warehouse, actually it's at my house as well, of just picking different areas and just getting things cleaned up. At the warehouse it wasn't horrible, but like there was just things that should have been cleaned or, maintained or whatever that just wasn't. We had the fire marshal come out. They were scheduled to come out. Apparently there was a complaint against us. So at this point, I'm thinking it's either and I could be wrong. So it could be my next door neighbor, or it could be my, my former supplier buddy, one or the other. So, but anyway, they came out. I was wondering what was going to happen with that. There really wasn't too much, so that was good. We were actually proactive and took care of a lot of that stuff. Since now this is like the third week, I think, or second week without having, the two people that left. And honestly, like it's running better than ever. So, and I don't think it's just because they're gone. I think it's, it spurred, it caused us to, take some action, right? And so even, this week, Cruiser came to me and it's like, hey, these guys are actually, he was like impressed because they were taking care of things without even him saying anything, which was for the two that we were having issues with, not even really issues with, it's my fault, but they're taking more initiative and stuff like that, which, that was awesome. My former supervisor, so originally I thought she was coming out. I was supposed to send some information. She just ended up not showing up at all because she thought I was supposed to send something. She knows how I am from my when I used to be under her. Feel like she should have been more proactive with that. So that honestly is putting some doubts in my mind, to be honest with you, as far as if she's really going to be the person that we need within the business. Because again, the goal is to build this thing into $1 billion company. And I know I'm at the very beginning stages. However, I know to get to that level that I need to surround myself with the best people that I possibly can. And although that she's several steps ahead of me, which I thought, I don't know, makes me question. So the one thing I do a lot of the times, and you may be able to relate, is we think there's going to be this like magic bullet or this magic pill that's going to solve everything, right? And unfortunately for business, like there's no Ozempic shot, where you can just get shot up and just not be hungry and lose a shit ton of weight. Fortunately, it doesn't work like that. And so even though she would have been a step in the right direction, like I thought like, oh, if we just get her, like problem solved. But just from this one interaction, like it's just a red flag and it wasn't anything horrible. Like I should have communicated, I should have sent, basically I was supposed to figure out exactly where the company's going, what exactly I need from her. And I was supposed to send that over. And then I didn't because I just not done. And she just didn't show up. I didn't like that. So that's where we're at kind of there. And then I just came to this realization that like, and I wrote it down today when I was going to the bank, is that I'm not going to be able to build $1 billion company if I am not going to start acting like the CEO of $1 billion company. It's, what was the saying? It's something like, so it's like the poor people and like the people that just don't get it. I think the mindset is like have, do, be. Like once you have something or once you do something, you have it, do have, be. Something like that, where it needs to be, do, have, right? First, we need to be the person. Like, if I want to build $1 billion company, first I have to become the person that's worthy or the person that is capable of running a $1 billion company, or creating this $1 billion company. And then after I when I have the character traits and things like that, then I start doing the things I'm supposed to do, then I can have, right? Whereas most people are trying to do it the opposite way, right? And it just comes down to, no matter what, I need to seriously upgrade who I am as a person, right? And so what I started this week, again, going back to it, is like just a morning routine, right? So I need to start waking up earlier, but it's just getting in the habit of just doing the things on every day consistently, even when I don't feel like it. Like today, I woke up a few minutes later. I'm like, I just don't want to do this. But I'm like, doesn't matter. So I just did it. And it was only 20 minutes of my time between, right now it's just stretching, and then I do these breathing exercises. I will start incorporating some other stuff as well. But if you're having problems with, the willpower and things like that, a few things. Number one is we have to practice on it, right? So we have to, just do something consistently every single day. Doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how long it is. Could be starting with making your bed, could be like I do first thing in the morning, stretch, could be anything, but like we just got to start doing that every single day, right? And then we can start building onto that. So there's that. I did have, so today I had a meeting. This was the first time today also. So I normally have the one guy come in that is part of the 7-figure contractor program, which, if you haven't heard of it, it's basically where I help people. The goal is to get them from, most contractors I talk to are in that $200,000 to $400,000 range, somewhere in there for revenue. And my goal is to get them to $1 million a year. So normally Fridays, Sean ends up coming out, usually from like 9 to 11 or so, and then we're just kind of, talking, see what kind of, help he needs, things like that, and answer any questions, stuff like that. So today was the first day where I emailed the other 2 companies that I'm working with. I'm like, hey, because Sean's really the only one that's like taking the initiative. Well, the other company is starting to as well, but it's like, hey, I'm having Sean here, like, you guys might want to join as well. And so it's not normal for fence companies to talk to each other that are in the same area, because like it just seems like everyone's so territorial. But I'm like, number one, it's you guys aren't even close to each other. They're not in the same service area. And number two, we're just going to learn from each other and take these best practices into place. And the goal for me is to get this up to 20 people, right? And so by doing that, and I said it today, I'm like, are you guys eventually going to start going up against each other? 100%. But with the things that we're going to be incorporating between the online marketing and the website and the automations and like all this other kind of shit, these 20 companies are going to be so far ahead of everyone else that yes, they are going to be going up against each other occasionally, but there's so many companies out there that more times than not, they're going to be going up against everyone else. And what I said is like, if we're taking the best practices of 20 companies and we're all doing the same thing, they're going to be head and shoulders above anyone else. It's just not good. It's going to be such an unfair advantage. I said it from a while ago that the goal is for us to help our company so much between leads and systems and like automations and programs and all the other kind of shit, that it's going to put them at such an unfair advantage that the people that are not involved with my company are going to suffer because of it. And I know it's going to happen. So there, I'm about to pull up to my house, and if I take a while, my wife Maria's going to yell at me because we're about to do a 2-hour trip. And Rubik's Cube competition this week. I did not practice the way I should have because honestly I didn't want to, and I'd rather spend my time on the business. So I am able to do about 1 minute and 45 seconds. My son's going to absolutely kill it. But yeah, I just bought some more tables, so we're going to do more conferences and shit like that. So overall, pretty good week. That's about it. So anyway, hope you guys have an awesome weekend and talk to you soon. See ya.